Hello and welcome. In this video I want to show you how you can install your tiles leakage free, especially those large format tiles, and you can have amazing results. My name is Hugo and this channel is about construction and remodeling for those that are just coming into the channel. I want to ask you to subscribe and like the video so you can actually see more. But what you see over here is a lot of straight and beautiful even finishes, and that is because I'm using this tile leveling system. This tile leveling system, what it does is that actually helps you to mitigate those issues with small uneven floors, problems or issues with the manufacturers, and in order to start with a beautiful tile in the beginning of your project towards the end, so you can actually have it. You can use this tile leveling kit. The kit is so good that we decided to actually start promoting the kit. I've been using this for a long time, and now you can actually have it through our website, tilelevelingsystemsusa.com. And I'm going to show you step by step how we do it. But they come in bags, 100 unit bags, and obviously when you get to the website, you decide how to order and how much you want to get. So if you notice, I'm actually flipping the little clips upside down, and they are the ones that are helping me to create the spacing. So you have a nice spacing throughout the entire thing as you do the pre-cutting. Now I want to encourage you to do this because in small spaces it's better for you to start with a full piece in the beginning to make it nice and professional, and then leave the little cuts for the end. So I'm going to show you A53 right now in that cell phone. And I'm going to show you, once you have those tiles pre-cut, and you see that actually I'm stepping on them, and this is because if you're careful, especially with porcelain, you can actually walk. Don't put your feet in the same tile in different areas, or you may crack it or something like that. But porcelain is really strong, and it allows you to do all the stuff. So I'm doing some marks on the wall, so I know where the joint of the tiles are, and so I can keep some sort of track where the tiles are going. So there are different ways that we're going to do that stuff. And after understanding that you want to prepare the surfaces really well, if you have concrete floors, you want to make sure that you can clean the concrete, remove all dirt and all the stuff, and cover the cracks with a crack membrane. And in this case, this is a wooden subfloor, so you want to go ahead and put a thin set mortar, your backer board, screws, and the fiberglass mesh with some more thin set mortar to cover those joints. So now that everything is nice and straight, you want to go ahead and start cleaning, especially in this case with a damp sponge. You don't want to sweep this with like dry sweeping. You want to clean it up really well to avoid all that dust from flying, especially if you want to do this or you do this over and over again. You don't want to get all this dust in your respiratory cavities. If you do that stuff, well, you may use a really good working mask. But anyway, we're going to start by using first of all, the trowel that I'm using is a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch trowel, and this is what I recommend all the time when you're going to do large format tiles and you're going to use the tile leveling systems, because it allows you to work really well and leave the stuff thick enough, or the thin set mortar thick enough, so you can actually maneuver a little bit and mitigate those little uneven floors. If you have issues, big issues, you want to level the floors first using a leveling thin set, a leveling system that will take care of that. But in this case, by using a 1/2 inch trowel, you can actually leave a nice dentation, nice and creamy, and you can go ahead and start doing the stuff. If you notice, I'm actually leaving all the lines on the same way, on the same run, and the same direction, and that is because I don't want pockets of air being kind of close inside the tiles, and therefore you're not able to level them out really well. So a lot of people say, well, I like to butter, meaning like they like to put a little bit of material behind the tile, and there's some sort of a debate in that if you want to back butter your tile because you feel like they're gonna get a lot of more adhesion, is fine. But one thing that is important that is that if your floors are really uneven, no matter how much back buttering you do, you have to fix those floors. So when they're nice and straight, you may want to consider either doing that or not. Sometimes, depending on the situation, I use those that type of method. So go ahead and start using your clips. In this case, you want to make sure that when you start laying your tiles, in this case it's staggered. A lot of people will say, well, you just want to leave 1/3 of it, but in this case, and I've been doing this for a while with the 12 by 24 tiles, you can stagger them, and the leveling system will help you to do that stuff. Again, the key here is to make sure that you don't have a lot of issues with your floor, your soft floor, right? So now that it's there, I'm actually noticing where the line is going to go, and the one right in the middle was missing. So you want to make sure that you start really well, and once you kind of get the hang of where the clips are going to go, then you know where they're going to be located later on. So even in that case, I missed that one in the back, and now that you know where it needs to go, then you can start repeating the same method over and over. So I normally take about, in this case I took like 2.5 rows, and I start working from the back towards the front, understanding that you want to make sure that those little lines that you made are nice where the tiles are joining. So that is crucial, to have some sort of guide to know exactly where you're going. But now that the clips are there, they're easy to install, then they will help you to provide all the support and the level. If you notice, I'm not putting any type of pressure on the tile yet. I want to do the stuff, and I use sometimes a rubber mallet to do that stuff, but I want to do it once all the clips and wedges are in place. I don't want to start putting a lot of pressure, because again, if you have a little unevenness on the surface, you want to make sure that you don't press completely hard and create some sort of a void there. So that is almost as easy as it goes. That's why it's going to take just about an hour to install all this tile once it's pre-cut. Before I was taking a lot of time and frustration trying to make sure that these tiles really, really well. And if you put it in perspective, if you have to come back and do remove one tile and put it back again, it's going to take you hours just to do one tile, especially if you end up chipping another tile. So for me, this system is worth it. Again, now that you have the clips wherever the joints are, then you start putting all the wedges that are going to help you to level, to raise those tiles, to put those tiles together. And sometimes my frustration was I was a little ignorant about the manufacturing of a lot of tiles, and they actually come with some sort of a concave finish. They actually are curved, so they are not completely straight, and that was my frustration, because I thought that I was the one that was causing the issue. It was not good enough, and I ended up knowing that was a situation that came with the tiles. Sometimes not all the tiles, sometimes they're really nice and straight, but then the floors are your issues. Now that you have those things in place, the little clips, you can go ahead and start using the pliers to add a little bit of pressure. Now remember about the rubber mallet that I told you. I want to go ahead and start doing some tapping on the tiles, so they can actually get the motor under it. And again, if you want to do the back buttering, go ahead and do it, but that is something, if you check your tiles constantly, you can actually see if you have adhesion, if the coverage is really well. They recommend you to have about 85% or 80% of coverage on the things. And later on I'm going to make a video about that. But see, you go ahead and do the pressure. Those pliers have 2 points of pressure. One will set the thickness of the tile, in this case it's 3/8, and then the other one, the amount of pressure that you want to put, so you don't break the clip, because if you put a lot of pressure, you're just gonna break it. So now that is nice and straight over there, nice and finished, you want to go ahead and repeat the same process that you did in the beginning, right? So you start putting all these things and you start walking back, right? So as you move, you want to consider how you want to approach it. If you want to take 2 lines, 1 line, 3 lines, depending on how it is, depending on your situation. The important thing is that now these little clips and wedges are going to help you to avoid all the frustration of lifting one tile up or bringing the other one down, because the tile or the thin set mortar end up to be a little too creamy this time. So sometimes we wish that all the texture, the consistency is the same, but sometimes a little more how can I say, creamy, right? Loose. So that this helps a lot, because although you have contact underneath, sometimes they just kind of go down and just they settle. So this helps you to avoid that settling of the tile. So again, a few more lines. Make sure that you clean all the areas as you move around with a damp sponge. Repeat the same direction of your trowel, so you don't have air pockets inside there. Later on, I'm going to show you in some other videos. If you want to go to other videos that I have where I explain this situation, where you have those air pockets, it's really hard to maneuver the tiles, and you're going to have frustration because the tiles are not going to go down, or they're going to lift the other ones up. And I'll show you later on what I'm talking about in another video. So go ahead and do the same thing. The cool thing about this tile leveling system is that you get to save, obviously, the pliers and the wedges. The only thing that is disposable, I will say, are the clips, because obviously a part of it is under the tile, and that's why you're gonna kind of lose that part. But just by ordering more clips, you can actually keep the wedges for many years. I mean, I'm still using the same clips that I got like 2 years ago or more, and the only thing that I get are just the clips, and that's it. I get more bags of clips, and that's it. So that is how it works. Actually my camera's showing my butt right there, but it's okay. I try to cut as much as possible, but you work in this is what happens. I don't think our tile installers go without showing their back the way I was doing it over here. Anyway, so let's keep on topic, right? So you can see that I continue with the same pattern, and as you back up with your installation, you want to make sure that you push your tiles a little bit towards the back of the area, so you keep that, because you want to be really precise at the end, and you want to make sure that you have those tiles. You don't want to cut them, you don't want to damage that beautiful factory edge. So that is important, that you want to go ahead and put the tiles correctly, so you leave that really nice. Keep cleaning the excess mortar that you have around. That's why you always see me with a sponge. But now that you have that installed, go ahead and put your last clips, and do the apply the pressure that you need, and your tiles are actually nice and straight and level. Don't forget to kind of tap those with the rubber mallet, and allow it to dry for about 24 hours before you continue with the next step, which is kind of practical and easy. And because sometimes it's kind of cool to break things. Now it's 10 o'clock. You see, 1 hour I took, and because I had to repeat that clip, the video clip, but it was about an hour. So now that it's nice and dry, you want to go ahead and take that rubber mallet again 24 hours later, and you start just tapping it on the side, so it will break. The bottom part will break because it has a thin area. So by tapping it on the side, it will break. You can actually use the front of your shoe if you want to kick it, but I'm a little more more careful about that stuff. I don't want to kick the wall or something like that. So you want to go ahead and gather all the clips and the remainder of the clips and the wedges. Again, select all those clips, put it away in your storage box or bin or whatever. Remove the other ones, discard the upper part of the clip. Go ahead and clean your tiles a little bit more on the edges, and you're good to go. You can actually put the grout at that point. You can go ahead and do whatever else you need to do, but that is how you can actually get a nice finish. So if you want to go ahead, on the description, I'm going to leave you a way so you can get like 20, I will say not 20, but 10% off on the order, so you can see how cool these things work. And it will help you in in many ways. Your clients will be happy, you will be happy with the process, and overall your project is going to be nice and smooth, having a consistency on the spacing, consistency on the level of the little edges, no lippage in this case, and you're good to go. So for that, I thank you, and I hope it can help you to do your project.
Thank you for watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the little notification bell over there, and see any of these videos that are around me. I'll see you soon.